Hello and welcome back to game number 2. We are watching the EIZO Cup. This is the 7th edition of the EIZO Cup. We're in the quarterfinals and Kaipi is taking on 2016 to see who will move on to the semifinals, which will be tomorrow. It's a best of 3, like I said. This is the second game, so we might see a third game, depending on who wins. Of course, Kaipi, they very convincingly won game number 1, and we're gonna see if 2016 can try and force out a third game or if it's gonna be a 2-0. Of course, with me is Minnie. Minnie, welcome back.
Thank you. I secretly hope for a 1-1 here, so we can see another game.
Me too. I would like it to be a little bit more even, at least.
Yeah, but after the game we just saw, I feel like Kaipi is very, very, very strong. And a mixed team like this, who's not really a team, I think they're gonna have a really rough time playing against Kaipi, who's a little bit more experienced. But you never know. In Dota, everything happens.
Yep, that's very true. A lot comes down on the draft, of course. Syndrin, a lot of pressure on him. Syndrin, of course, just to go over just teams, I mean, real quick. You've got Kaipi, of course, a known team with known players. We've got their full lineup, so their full lineup only consists of 4 at the moment, which is Envy, Pilot, Bone 7, and Sing Sing. And then they have a stand-in, which at the moment is Koikva. So that's a teammate of Syndrin, who is at the moment captaining for 2016 as a stand-in. And under him are Neer, Vuv, Rise, and Ace. So indeed, a team, a put-together team just for this tournament. Like a bunch of friends said, hey, you know what? Let's participate in EIZO Cup. They made it through the qualifiers, and here they are. So that's how they got here. So we're gonna see if that put-together team can take down a team that is actually quite established at the moment, Kaipi. It would be quite an upset, I'd say. Like, known players or not, it would be an upset.
I think so too, because yeah, Kaipi have been, I guess not this lineup together for very long, but they have some monster players. Eternal Envy, Pilot Eye, Koikwa, Sing Sing, Bone 7, like these names are even bigger than they once in 2016. Even if Syndrin, Rise, I would say is the most 2 biggest names there, and also Ace. Like, the names in Kaipi is just very, very scary for them.
I fully agree. We see the Gyrocopter for the first time today, but he's on the banning side of things. We did have the IO and the Bear Rider banned out by 2016. I keep wanting to say other years, I don't know why. It's just not a habit of me saying 2016, like I want to say 2012, 2013, 2006 even, but 2016 is like so far into the future. Maybe they're planning on TI, what is it, 6? I think it would be 6. It would be 6.
Yeah.
So, Lifesteer OD got banned out by Kaipi. We've got 2 carries then banned out after that one when they pick up the Visit and a Chen. 2 very micro-heavy supports.
Yeah.
So and we know that Sing Sing has been practicing Visage. I believe at some point there was a screenshot of him going around from his stream or from his last played Heroes, which only showed Visage. So he's probably going to be taking on that one. We're going to have a Naga Siren and a Nature's Prophet for 2016. And that's already a support / carry, whichever they want to have it. And a lot of pushing power in that as well. I like it. And a block. A lot of control, actually.
We see the Gyro banned out, and I suppose it's because they have both they have Shen. I just realized that the Black Cannon does not work on Visage Burst anymore, which is interesting. But they just want to ban it out against Shen, I suppose. Ooh, we see a Spectre. Now I'm happy.
Are you really, though?
I am a little bit. I like the hero, especially in a combination with Furion. Furion Spectre is fun to play.
Pick up a Zeus and I'll be happy.
Zeus support.
Yeah, well, yeah, you have got the whole pop combination thing going on then.
And then we see a Shadow Fiend.
Yeah. Of course, the reason why Spectre and Nature's Prophet are so strong is because you haunt, everything is visible, you Nature's Prophet ult, and everything gets hit. That's strong. You've got a lot of team fight with just creating chaos. I mean, it's actually not a team fight ability, but I kind of count it towards a bit of a team fight thing because it affects everybody, and you're going to be having a Visage that's probably really squishy at that point, and we'll have some troubles with dealing with that Spectre. Maybe Chen at that point as well, although he's a little bit more tanky, if you will. But you've got a lot of control with the Naga Siren and the puck, so Dream Coils, silences, or songs as well. In terms of team fight though, at the moment there is also quite a bit that KP can do to disrupt team fights. They've got a Hand of God, which doesn't really disrupt it, but still. And they've got a Clockwork, and that definitely disrupts it with their cogs.
Yeah, and I do really like the Clockwork pickup here. Even if I did it before 2016 picked the Spectre. 2016 have Spectre, Naga Siren plus 1 support against a Clockwork, which means it's 2 melees against a cog. And to keep him away is going to be a pain in the ass for him, for sure.
You can dagger over the cogs though, right?
I don't think so. I think you can dagger and... No.
You get blocked by the cogs still?
Yeah, you get pushed back and hated.
Okay, that's actually really strong then, yeah, you're right. Gonna see if he gets silenced before then, so he doesn't put up the cogs. Of course, puck, no pressure. Got a couple of supports banned out with the Vengeful Spirit as well as the Bane. And let's see what 2016 go for. I mean, safe trial lane, you expect that? I think you have to have a safe trial lane.
2016, they pretty much need to go out offensive trial lane here. Like, Spectre Naga plus 1 aggressive trial lane is not very strong, so I think we're gonna look at a defensive trial lane, Fury in off lane, and puck middle lane. Yes. And I think we'll be seeing the same from Kaipi.
We actually still have Enchanters in the pool if Rise wants to play that again.
It could actually happen, but I would say no. Just because of the fact that then it's like... I do not really like the Shen versus Enchantress war, because then, like, sure you nerf the Shen, but then the Shen also nerf you, and it's just such a battle of getting creeps, and then you forget to farm, and then you're like, bah, bah. It's just... No, but it's... I don't really like playing Enchantress versus Shen. Like, sure, it's fine if you go aggressive traveling in the start, and try to interrupt in that way, but the later the game goes, the Shen has the advantage.
Fair enough. But let's see, what does KP still need? They've got themselves a Shadow Fiend, which will probably be mid. Got themselves a Clockwork off lane, Visage, it's probably also going to be a safe lane for them. But the Vengeful Spirit actually was a ban out from Synderen. Are you expecting Shadow Fiend? Like, why is the Vengeful Spirit banned out? I'm expecting still a carry for KP. Am I wrong in that one?
No, I don't think you're wrong. I just think that they could have gone for a Vengeful Spirit carry. And with the minus armor, plus Shadow Fiend's minus armor, and then just the aura damage, it could have been actually really good. So I think they just suspected maybe some cheeky vengeful mid-game strategy push from Kaipi and just ban it out. I mean, we usually see it as a support, but some teams actually run it as a carry.
And there's the Crystal Maiden, so that's gonna be their trial lane ready.
Yeah, I really like 2016's lineup. I think it's really strong. I do also think that Kaipi's lineup is really strong right now. And I love to see this Templar pickup, because this means we're gonna run a Templar Assassin against puck middle lane, which Templar Assassin should win at least. We're gonna have a Shadow Fiend free farming the safe lane, which he will be happy about. At the same time though, 2016 is gonna have their Spectre, probably farming up, free farming at his safe lane as well, so like, I think in the beginning of the game, this game is gonna be very even. It's just the mid lane is likely gonna be lost from 2016.
So you're expecting Nature's Prophet to go into the jungle?
I think it's gonna try to just interrupt the supporters of Kaipi a little bit and then just head out to jungle immediately.
So the main difference would be that Clockwork is actually going to try to do something. Of course, Clockwork's not really a hero that can get something in the jungle, especially not since Chen is already there, unless he tags up with Chen, then he can maybe get something.
Yeah.
But I mean, that will be quite a difference. Where is my mouse? There we go.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna see Clockwork just gonna annoy the shit out of 2016 as much as possible. Like, he will just be down there and force the supporters to just stay there. Because if the supporters goes away to try to gank middle or something, then Clockwork is gonna be fine against Spectre.
Yeah. Especially with those cogs.
Exactly.
And you can get some last hits with the flare, perhaps. Might not be getting as much as Nier would get in this Nature's Prophet in the jungle, but I mean, he doesn't really need to. Like, there's a Chen full time in the jungle for KP, so that's gonna be more farm for KP overall. If you look at just the lanes, depending on how much Nier will get. And two supports that are trying to stack and pull, and trying to share experience together, while Visage can just take it all for himself.
Yeah, I would actually love to see if 2016 put a dual lane Spectre plus Crystal Maiden middle, and have Puck / Naga bottom lane, and just kind of have a one-on-one situation against Puck versus Clockwork, and just mass pull with the Naga, and put the Furin in jungle, and when Kaipi starts to push top, Furin goes top at the same time as Crystal Maiden, and we try to defend it as long as possible, because that will help Crystal Maiden being very interrupting the Shen creeps, biting them, and they will be frozen for like 10 seconds or something, and just novaing the wave and just try to help out the Furin as much as possible.
I have to say, it sounds fun.
At the same time as we stop Templar Assassins from getting absolute free farm and crushing the Puck.
I hope that they take your advice. Well, we all up to Synderen, of course. No pressure. But it sounds it sounds like a very plausible option, and I personally would not have thought about it, but it sounds a lot better than just going to your lane and knowing that you're not going to win your lane. Because that's basically what they would be doing if they sent the Puck mid. It's like, okay, you know what, I'm going to be up against a TA. I'm going to lose my lane, but I'm going to try to not lose it too hard. You know, we just want to win.
That is not a good start. And it's not very easy for them to kill the Clockwork either, because sure, they have Naga, they have Crystal Maiden, they have Spectre, but it's not easy breaking these cogs. Like, you'll run into them, your mana is going to be burned, and you're going to be sad. And a Puck versus a Clockwork, sure, the Clock might get a little bit of farm, but he's going to have the help of Naga, and he would win the lane, like, by himself, because Puck wins against Clockwork.
Yeah, I like it. Let's while we pause, let's see who's playing what. We have got a KP on the Dire side for this game, so Pyrelight Die will take on the Chen. Bone 7 will go on his offlane Clockwork. Envy will take on the Shadow Fiend and farm it up on a safe lane. We have Sing Sing playing the Visage, and that will leave Quickfa up against, well, on the Templar Assassin, because we don't know who he's up against just yet, but he is playing the Templar Assassin in the mid lane, like he did in the previous game. So that's everybody of KP. I'll leave 2016 for you.
Yeah, and we got the mid player of 2016, Ace, playing the Puck, and we got Voov on playing support, Naga Siren. We got Rice playing Crystal Maiden, Nier playing his offlane Furion, and Synderen playing another carry, Spectre. And here we go.
Here we go. We have got the go sign, and we're gonna see how the lanes will pan out for 2016. I'm just waiting to see it happen. They've got themselves another crab up against a speedy demon.
I love the crab more, I must say.
Me too. I can't actually get that. I need more Smeeville treats. Sucks.
I don't even know how you get these things.
Compendiums.
Ooh,
You have to save the player cards.
Oh, that's why I should have done that.
That's why you should have done it. You still can. There's a lot of cards still in rotation.
Oh, I did not know.
They
That's
didn't
cool.
disappear, so there's still a chance. But no lanes being revealed just yet for 2016. Just looking for maybe pickups, maybe first bloods if they're lucky. Someone
I have a
lucky
feeling they
soul
won't.
goes for the rune.
30 seconds to battle.
I don't even think they would get the first blood just because of the fact that Bone 7 skills Cog I mean, and run. And then that attempt is over.
It's kind of depressing. It looks like they're gonna go for the normal lanes.
Yeah. I'm a little disappointed because I think the lanes would have been better if they put the Crystal Maiden Spectre middle. Because Shen Visage is not the strongest ganking combo, and towards the Templar Assassin they would not be able to kill the Spectre, I think. If we were not very lucky with the creeps and maybe got a troll creep or something. Because now it is like Puck is gonna lose middle against Templar Assassin. So now they need to either put the Crystal Maiden there and just bite the Templar all the time, or just try to help out the Puck. Because else the Puck is gonna have a horrible time.
And we'll see how much of a horrible time she'll have. Nature's Prophet will straight away go into the jungle, so No extra seeing what he can do on the top lane. That means that Envy is gonna have free reign there. Sinrin is having free reign in the bottom lane. And that also means that, oh, actually Bone 7 is doing the whole dance party thing, like where he stacks creeps into the camp. That means that the lane will get pushed out, or towards this tower, rather. But it kind of means that even though on the bottom lane, I mean, we do have people meeting each other in a way, there should not be a kill on the bottom lane, in theory. So mid lane is the lane where we're going to see most PvP stuff going on, as we already see Ace having a little bit of trouble dealing with the Psyblades.
Yeah, and we see Bone 7 already getting 4 last hits, boots, being level 2. He's having a phenomenal time.
Oh, he cogs people in. Actually, he might be in some trouble there. I don't think he was expecting him to cog himself in with 2 other people. Tries to run for it. There's gonna be another Riptide in 2 seconds. There is also another Frostbite. That's another Riptide. That's first blood! Rise on his Crystal Maiden gets himself the first blood, and that is Bone 7 overextending. Thought he was fine with boots. No can do, they say.
I mean, I understand his plan going out there to block 2016 from pulling it further, which will create a double wave. The thing that kinda went wrong is that he got both of them in the cog. He wanted to push them away and keep running, which he did not succeed to, and he also tried to destroy a cog and keep running. But that also failed because of the fact that he was body blocked, because there were two heroes in there. But sure, it's first blood, but now he's gonna get a double wave, and he's gonna go up to level 3.5.
You know what we talked about in a game, I don't think previous game, but I think the game before. Harpy Stormcaller, hello, mid lane. That's gonna be a very happy Chen and a very unhappy Ace. Because he's already not winning the mid lane. But now he's even losing it further. In the meantime, Frostbite again on Bone 7. Battery Assault, in comes the net. He locks himself in together with Synderen, who actually is taking a lot of damage. Has to get himself out. Gets himself out and gets himself a salve. In the meantime, it will be Nagasaran that goes down. In comes Envy, looking for a Crystal Maiden. Finds it as well. Raze will miss, but doesn't matter. That's going to be another kill going the way of KP. Synderen trying to run himself out. He doesn't have boots, though. Doesn't have enough mana for a dagger. And I think that he is going to be doomed as well. I mean, there are boots on both of the targets that are chasing him down. Couple of hits are needed. That's all. Dagger himself. One raise. Nope. Not enough mana. He actually gets himself out just in time.
Yeah, and we see enemies saying, I don't care if I'm a Shadow Fiend. I will TP down 2 minutes and 30 seconds into the game and help you out. And yeah, they secured 2 kills while he let his Visage get level 4.5. And it's just
It's not even
such
bad.
a weird but phenomenal play from him. And yeah, like they basically even stopped the Syndrome from farming as well, so it's just such a win-win situation from Kaipi.
Yeah, in the meantime, Ace, I mean, he's not going to be able to do something in the mid game. Of course, we're going to look at that, like, what's going to keep 2016 in the game? As Clockwork dies to a neutral, but I think that was intentional. Yeah, he died to Ancients. But what's going to keep 2016 in the game? What's going to be pulling them through until the Spectre is big enough to carry this? And it's going to be Nature's Prophet or Puck. Well, it's not going to be the Puck at the moment. Puck has only got 9 last hits up against Koikfaz, 20 for 9. And he is still level 4. He is a full level behind on the Templar Assassin at the moment. And I mean, that's just pretty painful. Nature's Prophet might be able to do it, but he is going for a Hand of Midas. That means that his startup time is a little bit longer than it otherwise would. And I mean, it's going to be very tricky for 2016 to keep a grip on this game.
Yeah, and the thing is, the hero they need the most to create space and do a lot of stuff is Puck. And he, as you said, is not having a good time. Like, they need him to get fast level and start producing kills with his ultimate and everything. And start playing around him, so to say. And right now, 2016 doesn't really have anything to play around. Because Spectre is not very farmed, Puck is not very farmed, Furion sure is farming, but he will not be very strong until later in the game, when he gets a couple of items and levels. And before they have the Spectre Haunt and Furion ultimate, they will not be able to do a lot at all, I would say.
And in the meantime, there is a Shadow Fiend on the board that normally would be having a longer startup time, but because he rotated, he's already got a kill, he's already got an assist, he's doing fine on the last hits, he's highest on top of net worth, and he's got treads, he's ready for it. We do have a rotation though, they're looking to try and do something. Here comes The ensnared, Cinderward is already down. Does cut him out. If he doesn't go into melt, they will see him, but not anymore actually. He's silenced up. He's able to run, he's able to get out. That's a non-successful gank. And the tower goes down.
no damage.
Yeah.
And they don't have the dream coil, so like they can't even hold them in place. And as you said, while they do this, they get a tier 1 tier tower top.
Well, not just a tier 1. I mean, if this continues, KP is not going to get stopped. The supports will come in, but they're level 3 and level 4. If they overextend here, they're dead. They're up against level 5 and level 6. But apparently their mere presence scares them off. In the meantime, Ace, chased down by Koikfa. Doesn't want to dive it though. And Synderen behind. Like, normally Synderen, you would expect him to be higher on farm than Clockwork, but because of that tower dying, and because of course the kills and the assists that Bone 7 got, Bone 7 is higher on net worth than Synderen on the Spectre. That's just really insane.
It is insane actually, because he is an offlane Clockwork, and Synderen is position 1 Spectre. And that is not supposed to happen, but it's happening right now.
Yep. Let's see if they can make it right. So far, it's going to be an uphill battle from here on out. We see the supports, I mean, they're continuing to rotate, but it's hurting them as well. I mean, the longer they rotate, the longer they'll stay level 3 and level 5, or level 4 rather. Dream Coil tries to help out. They don't have another sync for it. There it is. And Snare there as well. They see him, they ensnare him, and they kill him off. That's something that they desperately needed. Again, Rise with the last hit, but it doesn't matter. That was a good kill.
And that is how you kill somebody. You put 4 heroes on him, and you kill him. And they did. And now Synderen comes in there, gets a kill, now he goes back to farming.
Oh,
that's how you use Spectre.
Bone gets a hook up on Naga Siren, who can't do anything, keeps being interrupted. He wants... he constantly wanted to mirror images, but that battery assault just kept interrupting him, like no hope. Bone 7 gets himself a solo kill on the Naga Siren.
That's called a Naga dance. But yeah, and as we see Eternal Envy in this game before as well, like no matter what hero he has, he stands on his lane and pushes like crazy. He doesn't care at all, which is really nice to see because he's actually the most farmed hero on the map right now, and he can afford to do that because they don't really have anything to kill him.
Yeah, and he just constantly forced people to that lane. And the people that come towards his lane, they can't do anything. I mean, they're not high enough level to do anything. So, keeping his other lane safer. I mean, and he's still getting something out of it as well. So, it is working out completely. They're already, like, we're only 8.5 minutes into this game, but we already have 4k gold in favor of KP. Experience-wise, it is 3k in favor of KP. It is getting out of control for 2016.
Yeah, for sure. And I just see strong heroes in Kaipi everywhere. Suna level 6, Shen, he is level 6 right now. Clockwork has managed to get his level 6, Visage is level 6, like they have all their ultimates they need. And they do though have both the Haunt and soon the Fury ultimate ready. They just, what 2016 needs right now is just try to get a Blink Dagger Puck, try to get some more levels on their supporters, and start fighting, winning the fights.
Now, it looks like Bone 7 is looking for a hook. He's sitting on the high ground, waiting for a good timing. He doesn't have vision up the high ground, or it's nighttime, so he needs to have some creeps there. Or a blind hook, which at this point I wouldn't be surprised if he hits it.
Would be a little bit crazy.
Slowly. He sees Ace now though. Could try to go in on him, but needs a TA around there. Here comes the orb. Nah, he backs off. He comes back. Make up your mind, Bone! Make it happen. Well, there's a lot of people around there though. I mean, should he hook in, there's gonna be a Naga Siren, Crystal Main. I mean, they're both level 5 only, but it's still gonna be doing some damage. Nature's Prophet does have his Hand of Midas finished, so he'll be starting to get ahead, and the longer this game goes, the more he'll be actually be able to maybe buy some extra space for Synderen to farm, who, by the way, has actually been able to farm quite a... There's your hook! Ace gets locked inside, does have a phase shift. His orb is on cooldown though. Can he stay alive? I don't think so. There he goes, down he goes. In comes Synderen with the Haunt, looking for Bone 7. Hand of God keeps Bone up for a little while longer, and Synderen goes down first! Bone lives. Crystal Main will be the next target. Ensnared gets killed off. Double kill for Koikfa. They keep the Naga Siren safe, but they'll just take the tower instead. It looks like. In comes Pyli Die, and that will be 3 kills for nothing and a tower to boot. Bone 7 almost dies from it, but almost is not enough. Good fight.
Yeah. This fight just shows how far ahead Kaipi is right now.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
And I mean, even after this fight, we get a tier 1 tower. We see the medallion pick up on Visage, which should be he should be sending it out soon. And when he has that medallion, we're gonna take Roshan
Radiant's middle tower
as soon as possible.
Yeah,
they might even
they've
just
got
do
a
it
meld
without it.
even to help out.
Yeah.
Meld and medallion. That Roshan will drop very fast. And I'm not even saying Shadow Fiend because it looks like he won't be there. But if he was there, it would even be faster.
Yeah, they don't even need him. Like, they don't even need a medallion. They don't even have a medallion right now. We're just hitting Roshan, having free creeps tanking,
Double damage rune
a
helps
double
out.
damage
Yep.
Templar Assassin hitting. And it's just so much gold on every single hero on Kaipi. 1000 gold on Visage, 1700 on Shen, and just a Blink Dagger on TA and 700 gold. And this was before they killed Roshan.
Yeah, and Envy, of course, as you said, I mean, he's keeping the pressure on the top lane. That tier 2 tower is already dead. Bottom lane is still the only lane that has a tier 1 tower standing, and that's the lane where Synderen is trying to pick up on his farm. And he's going for drums and face, so wait a second. Envy might be in a little bit of trouble. Gets silenced up, gets a Riptide. Can he get himself out of this one? I don't think he can. Tries to run for it, but can't do it. Goes down. Ace with the last hit. Nicely done. 4 heroes used for it. Okay, fair enough. But a kill's a kill.
That is true. Though I'm pretty sure we're gonna lose for tier 1 tower bottom for this though.
Yeah,
But getting-
maybe Synderen with that as well. Hookshot hits. Synderen in a lot of trouble. TP comes in, but it's gonna be too late. That burst damage, way too much. Ace still TP's in, goes down with the ship. Synderen buys back. Not sure why, he just wants to continue farming. Actually, he hunts himself in, but the TP out was still there from Bone 7. And Synderen, he might be just buying back to find himself dead once again. Looks for Pyli Die, is able to get the kill, but goes down for it. Not worth it. In comes a song from Voof. It's too late to save his carry though, but it's in time to help the rest escape from the situation who only just arrived. That was a bit too hasty from 2016. And that's where you see communication coming into play, and I think just experience as a team.
Yeah, and this is a disaster for 2016. They lose Synderen twice. I believe they lost another ace as well.
Yeah, they
Their
did.
most important hero. And now they get kills, tier 1 tower, and Synderen has no farm whatsoever. Like, the Clockwork's net worth is not doubling, but it's 1000 ahead of Synderen, which is not good.
Nature's Prophet is the highest one on the side of 2016, and it's like only 50 higher than the lowest on the side of KP. I mean, it's really painful at the moment. And I was just about to say, like, okay, Synderen is going for drums and phase, and you know, he's going for that early fighting kind of build, but right now he's just so poor.
Everybody from 2016 is poor. Like, even the Fury right now, he has a Midas and Power Fits, which means in the fights he's basically useless. Like, he does not hit hard. The only thing that hits hard is his ultimate. And we don't even have a Blink Dagger on Puck. The Naga Siren just have an Urn, and Ryze has pretty much nothing except Tranquil Boots. While we see on Kaipi, we have a BKB on Shadow Fiend, it's coming on the Courier. We have a mech up on Shen, mech in Mana Boots. We got Blade Mail and Face Boots on Clockwork. Close to Aghanims on a Visage, 40 minutes in. And we got Templar Assassin with a Blink Dagger and 2400 gold.
Yeah, and with all those items, I mean, it looks like KP, they're just saying, you know what? We're gonna go for it. They're grouping up a mid, and they're just gonna see how far they can get. This is a tier 2 tower that they will be able to pick up without really any repercussions, because at this point, 2016, they cannot fight. They cannot hope to fight, because if they lose a fight, they'll lose more than just a tier 2 tower. Ace is actually being pretty ballsy, but... well, tower goes down, that's one down. They still have that mech, they still have that Aegis, I believe, as well. The TA. Yep.
Yeah, I don't see them backing right now. I think we're gonna try to go high ground right now.
Let's see. Double damage rune activated. Hook shot in, hits up on Ace. Ace tries to phase shift himself out of there. Is already dead though. Not gonna happen. Looking for the next target. Everybody backs off. Hand of God already used on the side of KP. Tier 2 tower, tier 3 tower already down to half HP. In comes the Haunt. Looking for a target. In the meantime, Quakefire is able to pick up the Naga Siren, so no song helping out in this one. Nice Dream Coil. Trying to hold back KP, but their HP bars, I mean, they don't lie. I mean, they don't look like they fought at all. They're able to just pick up everybody again. I mean, that was Ace who just bought back, who died again in the same fight. He just died twice in a row.
Now you can just dream of a Blink Dagger. It's never happening.
I can dream for it for 14 seconds, because that's... I mean, he's on level 8. He's back here in a very short time. That's gonna be Rax. I wouldn't be surprised to see a GG call. Oh, in comes Quakefall looking for a pick off. Melds up, runs himself out. Those tier 4 towers do hurt, and he actually gets his Aegis burned. Nice familiar stuns. There goes the Rax. There goes also the Nature's Prophet. Soul Assumption coming in from Sing Sing. Picks him off. No mercy. And I mean, that was just... This, it feels like, I say no mercy, but this feels like mercy call from KP. I think they could have gotten more.
Yeah, the thing was though that the Clockwork in the middle, even before the Rex went out, he just TP'd to the tier 1 bottom. And was like, I'm gonna farm a little bit now.
Later, guys. You can do that without me.
Yeah, and the thing is they could, and they took the Rex, they lost Aegis, which doesn't matter at this point, and I wouldn't be surprised if they soon, after getting a little bit of items, maybe the Aghanims on Visage, they will just group up and end the game.
I wouldn't be surprised about that. There's a smoke up though. 2016, wanna go for Envy, gets in a Frostbite, he turns on his BKB, raises, tries to pick up at least one, gets it as well. So this is already a gank that has cost him something, but it looks like they will still be able to get it. That's at least nice. They get something out of that. They might lose a tier 2 tower for it, bottom lane, but I think they would have lost it anyways.
The biggest thing with this is that Puck got the kill. Like, he really desperately needs his Blink Dagger. And that is soon, because he needs to get like a 4 or 5 man silence for 2016 to win a fight even.
Oh, Ace. You were just saying something about his Blink Dagger? What were you saying again? I don't know. He's already dead. Again, Cinderin in a lot of trouble. Gets himself killed off again as well. Song coming in too late from Voof once again. Does help Nier get away, that's nice. But, I mean, it's not like KP wanted to go high ground just yet. They need to go off the tier 2 first.
Yeah, and Syndra dying, Ace dying, the two most important heroes. Tower dying. I feel like 2016 is just dying right now. And I don't discredit them because it just looks like they can't do anything. Kaipi is just playing out of her mind, being really, really strong right now.
Yeah, solid draft, solid execution of strategy, and of course, not afraid to move around. With already Envy, like you said, 2.5 minutes in, TPing towards the bottom lane to get itself a double kill, well, almost a double kill, at least one and an assist. It's working out really well for them. And normally, I mean, if you would ask me 1.5 months ago, I would say that KP was one of the more defensive teams that there is in the scene. Like 4+1 basically, with Envy as a carry still then, and then just, you know, build around that. But this is a whole different team that we're seeing right here. This is scary.
Yeah, this is a team who applies pressure, a lot of pressure. Like, the pressure they put, it comes from everybody as well. Like, Envy is pressuring the lanes like crazy. He might get picked off once or twice, but the pressure he puts, it forces everybody from the other team to move all the time. At the same time as the rest of his team is taking fights without him, pushing towers, doing crazy shit, and it's working. It's working very good. 19
minutes into the game, and we've got ourselves an Aghanims on the Visage. It's just insane. And he got that before. Like, I say it's 19 minutes because I see it right now, but he got it a little bit earlier, so... That's a support Visage for you. They will try to kill off Envy again. This time they only net him. Force out a BKB charge, runs away Crystal Main. What you... Rise! Really? In comes Ace. In comes a hookshot, Bone 7. Tries to go for him kill, but Envy already took it away from him. Hand of God coming in. Cinderin as well, trying to help out. Trying to kill off Envy, who's still stuck in the Dream Coil. Now he's able to get himself away against Cinderin. He is really looking for the kill. He will be able to get it in the end with Ace getting taken the last hit. Jumping himself out, TP out from Spectre. Ooh, Cogs, just too late. Ace does not have a TP scroll. Well, that's really sad for you. But he's able to blink himself away if he gets mana again. But at least they get something. They trade a Crystal Main and a Naga Siren for Envy.
Yeah, that is a good trade, but... I mean, trades... I don't think trades are gonna help him right now. they need to win some fights to be even close to coming back in this game.
Well, when you say some fights, how many fights do they need to get back from a 22,000k gold disadvantage?
5
Well,
team wipes or something.
20k gold, not 22,000k. Sorry, 20,000 or 20k. 5 team fights.
They need to win a lot of fights, and even if they win like 5 team fights with team wiped the other team 5 times, the game might just be even after that. So it just looks very grim, especially for Rice.
Yep, Rise is stuck.
Dead.
Lukin. That's gonna be also one dead Naga Siren. No mana for Song. Double kill for Bone 7 on his clockwork. 2 supports getting picked off. And this is just pressure on all the lanes. We've got 2 bottom, 1 mid, 2 top. And no place to farm for Sinrin.
And this is just because they are so much ahead. Like, they can be just going in a 2-1-2 formation, and 2016 can't even do anything about it.
It's really sad. We've got another Roshan though, so that's probably something that KP is gonna wait for. Wait a second, Bone 7 is actually on his way to dying. 1 more hit. Nope, 2 more hits. It's a creep that gets it.
And while he's dying, they take Roshan.
Yeah. I mean, I'm expecting KP to just take this, wait for Bone 7, go mid, go end the game, because, well, actually maybe not mid because they already got the melee racks there, but, I mean, it feels like they can already take this just by walking up high ground and hitting stuff, like without really doing too much other stuff, other things.
Yeah, I don't even believe they need a clockwork right now. I mean, they could go up as
They didn't
4.
need it previous time when they took the melee racks.
That is true, but the thing is, they might just play it safe, farm 1 minute until the clockwork is there, and then go high ground. I would not be surprised if we saw them wait for him.
And of course there's also still the upside that KP still has all their outer towers still standing, so that means that when Bone 7 gets back up, he can just TP himself to a tier 1 and he is here in no time. They're already going for Sinrin, who's able to walk himself high ground this time, which is nice for him. But feels like delay of execution. Let's see how much they can do. In comes Quakefa, looking for his captain. Captain walks away on 100 HP. At least something. Mirror images, trying to riptide everybody, but it's not really doing that much. Hook shot, misses. Bone 7 doesn't get it done. But fortification is already out. That means that the tier 3 will drop Bone 7 if he can't hook shot himself, and he'll just walk himself in. Can't find a target just yet though. Gets ensnared. In comes the Templar Assassin, still with a double damage through. Nice Dream Coil up on 3, but nobody to go in, and nice Familiar Stones as well to just make sure nobody goes into it. Ace, there goes a Haunt. Ace already jumps himself out. The Haunt not used. Song, I mean, this is a Song used to hide themselves in the fountain while their base is getting picked to pieces. This, this should already say everything like there is to say about this game, to be fair. Buildings getting picked up left and right. Nobody dying just yet though. Maybe now. Maybe Ace orbs himself out towards his fountain. Nice. Always nice. But this is 2016. Stuck inside their fountain. They can't do anything. Their tier 4s are under attack.
This is a little bit humiliating.
Slightly.
They're fighting from their fountain.
Yep. And they're not even
And
winning from their
they're not
fountain.
even
In comes the hook shot. Up on 2 with the cogs. Look at the raises. The damage is there. Spectre already dies. Naga Siren is the next one. Soul Sumption will clean up Rise, who tried to TP out from one side of his wall from the fountain to the other side of the wall with the fountain. Which is kind of awkward. But that's going to be GG Cole. Who were surprised by that one? At the end, I don't think anybody was. KP, very convincing. 2 games in a row. They did take 3 minutes longer in this game than they did in the previous game. But very strong showing from them nonetheless. Of course, once again, as you said already during this game, you've got yourself a solid team that is actually used to playing together up against a team that is put together purely for this tournament who are not used to playing together, and experience prevails. Outplayed, outpicked.
It does. I would just say purely outplayed here, because I think 2016 had a really good lineup, even what they played against, and I think that Kaipi just basically outplayed them and outlaned them for sure.
Okay, of course, for people wondering, this is the EIZO Cup. This is the 7th edition. This was a best of 3, and this was the 2nd game, so that means that hereby the best of 3 is over. Means that KP will move on to the semi-finals. Semi-finals will start tomorrow at 1800 CST time, so the same time that the game started today. For now, let me just refresh the bracket to see if it's known yet who they're going to be up against. No, not known just yet. It's going to be either Gamers League or Empire, depending on who wins from that branch. All the other quarterfinals are actually still going on, so you can find yourself a stream. If you go to joindota.com, you'll see all the streams listed there. And yeah, that's basically it. Of course, my co-caster for the entire evening is the Teamless Mini at the moment. Mini, do you have any shoutouts or plugins? I mean, no more sponsors or something to shout out to, but I'm sure you have some.
I would like to give a shout out to my Life, because we're awesome.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna leave it like that.
Awesome. Life actually is also still playing in the quarterfinals, and they are up against WMT, which is actually a team that I should know at the moment. I think I know that WMT is. Oh, actually, I don't know the team. I just know that they're from Ukraine and they're We Make That. That's the translation of their team name. So you can find out where they're playing on joindota.com, and if you don't see a stream for them, you can always find all the games inside the game client. There might not be a ticket for it, but if you look for your team that you want to watch, you can just right click on the team player's name and just click watch game, and you're inside the game client and watching that game. So thank you for watching. Let's jump ourselves out of this game, and oh yeah, shoutouts for me. Follow me on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook and Twitch, all under the same name of Shiver Gaming. So just /Shiver Gaming on all those sites and you'll find me, and I'll be right back.